What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsYJr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYJr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. We got a special guest today. Wide receiver for Coach TC Taylor and the JSU Tigers. We've got Duke Miller in the building. Duke, how's it going, buddy?
Going good.
Hey, it's good to hear, man. Duke, you are a commit to Jackson State. You're going to go play for the Tigers this fall. But before we get into your decision to play for the Tigers, let's talk about ball, man. Let's talk about who got you started in ball. What was kind of like your earliest memories of playing football?
My dad got me playing ball. Like, my dad real good at playing football. Like, just watching him. Like, so he introduced me to ball. Like, when I was real young, I started as like playing rookie football. So just playing football at a young age, I fell in love with it. Like, that's somewhere you can be violent at. You can't go to jail. Like, you can hit somebody all game. You can't go to jail. You feel me? So I just fell in love with that part.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Hey, the physicality. You're right about that. Most people that love football love to get physical. Like you said, love to be violent at times. You know, you're a Division I football player, man, with multiple scholarships from multiple different places. You know, you talk about at an early age, it's when you fell in love with it. When did you realize, or when were people first starting to tell you that, like, hey, man, you're actually pretty good at football?
My ninth grade year, I ain't play like my ninth grade year, but it was the one game, like it was the last game of the season, and coach put me in the game, and I ran a post corner, and when I ran the route, I broke him out, and then when I scored my first touchdown in ninth grade, and coach when I came to the sideline, my head coach, Coach Mitch Evans, he told me he was like, man, you could be really good, you put your head down to work, and after that, I just took off.
Absolutely, man. Now let's talk about high school. Let's just jump right into it. You talked about your ninth grade year having that breakout game, you know, scoring that touchdown. What was high school like for you? What was high school football like for you playing there in Mississippi?
Uh, well, the recruiting process, it was real stressful because I was real small. In high school, I was like about 140, like going all through high
Wow.
school. Like, yeah, I was real small in high school. So I ain't pick up an offer to my 11th grade year, but it was an offer for defensive back though. Like Jones gave me an offer for defensive back. So I started thinking
And
about
for the
like
people that don't know, what high school did you go to? What high school did you play at? Did you go to multiple or anything? Like, what high school did you play at?
I played at Taylorville High School.
Okay.
I ain't played football in Raleigh, but I originally came from Raleigh, Mississippi though. Like I came from Raleigh High School and went to Taylorville, so I finished at Taylorville High School.
Okay, and then you talked about getting your first offer a defensive back. But before we get into that, just were you always a receiver? Did you always want to play receiver? Was that, or did you somebody have to convince you to play the position? What was that journey like?
I ain't start off as a receiver. I started off as a quarterback.
Oh
I
wow,
started off,
okay.
yeah. I played quarterback all my life till I got to Taylorville in the 7th grade. Like in the 7th grade, they put me in a receiver called real lanky, but I was small, I was real lanky, so he wanted me to play receiver. So after that, I just started playing receiver the rest of my life, and like going back to the 11th grade, like when I got the first off at defensive back, it just opened my eye. Like, hey, what position can I play? Like, so I started thinking. So my senior year came around, I started getting a lot of Juco off. Like all the Jucos, they offered me. Like, so Coach Buddy Steven really opened my eye though, cause he was straight up. Like, he's straight up guy. Like, so I took my talent, Coach Buddy Steven, and the rest was history.
Absolutely, man. And let's talk about that because you decided to go to the JUCO route, correct? You went to
So,
JUCO first, correct? What what kind of went into that decision? Was there any other like was there somewhere else that you may have considered, but then decided to go JUCO, and then what kind of all went into that?
it was like I had Valley State was the only offer I had, like D1 SWAC offer that I had out of high school. So I was
Mhm.
like, the Juke, everybody was telling me Juco ain't bad. Like, Juco can get you where you want to go. So when I started just doing my research about Juco, Coach Buddy Steve opened my eye, like just the last chance shoe, the cameras, and they can get me where I want to go. Cause I know I go there, I'm a ball. Like I believe in myself, so I just believed in it, and I just went and did my thing.
Absolutely, man. Now, talk about your JUCO experience, man. You went to JUCO. We hear the stories, like you said, last chance you, all the different things. What was your JUCO experience like?
It was crazy. My freshman year, I thought last chance you was still gonna be there, but it wasn't when I got there. So yeah. All right, so my freshman year, I came in, I wasn't starting, like I was third string. It was stressing me out. Like, man, I'm supposed to be starting. I'm going to the coach. I'm what I need to do to get better. Like what I need to do to break the starting lineup. So it just kept going. Like he kept telling me like just keep your head down, keep working. So I kept doing it, and like third game of the season, he told me, he was like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like the guy in front of you keep working. Like you don't know what's gonna happen. So third game of the season, like I broke the starting lineup. Like, and then after that, I started the rest of my JUCO career. Like, and then I ain't getting off my freshman year, but my sophomore year, I was having a great season, but everybody was telling me like he too small. So in the state championship, my sophomore season, the last game of the state championship, I had 2 touchdowns, I had 110 yards, 5 catches. So after the game, the next day, I got like 6 offers in one day. And it was like crazy. I just couldn't stop crying because like, I was like, I done did it. Like I thought it wasn't gonna happen, but it happened.
Now, do you remember all the schools that came talk to you after that championship game?
Well, my first call was Nickel State. Nickel State, the first school to offer me, and Southeastern Louisiana, Missouri State. It was a lot. I can't think of all the rest.
Yeah, if you remember all of them, it's all good, bro. Because you where you're supposed to be now, man. So that's all that matters. Now, let's talk about that, man. So you talk about the recruiting picked up. When you say you're too small, what were they saying? Because you're kind of pretty tall, right? Like, so were they saying you too skinny?
Yeah, I just put on some weight. Like even coming out of JUCO, I was like 160. It was just I was just real lanky, but when I had got to New Mexico, like they toned me up a little bit. I got bigger.
Now you brought up New Mexico. You decided out of JUCO to go to New Mexico. What kind of went into that decision, and then what was it that you kind of decided, hey, this ain't really where I want to be?
I went out there. Well, it was a coach's change out there. Like,
okay.
The receiver coach that recruited me, he had left. See, I ain't know that was happening. So when I got there, it was a whole new offensive coach there. Like everybody was new. So, and it wasn't even that made me leave, because like in New Mexico, I had broke the starting lineup in the spring. Like I was starting, so it just like the scheme they were trying to run, I didn't fit in. Like I know what type of offense I fit in, and the offense they were trying to run, like I just didn't fit.
I got you. So you decided to leave New Mexico. You hit the portal. What was that recruiting like when you hit the portal after being at New Mexico for a brief amount of time? What was that kind of like as far as, coaches reaching out and different things like that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
What's so crazy about it, bro? What was that?
I had some real heat. Like I had a couple SEC schools that reaching out, and I had Vanderbilt. I had a couple. I had one more. I had Ole Miss, but it was a PWO though, so I'm better than it.
Yeah.
So, me getting transfer portal, my recruitment like went from this level to way up there. But
wow,
only one school stood out though.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. So You hurt some feelings, dog. You hurt some feelings,
Yeah.
dog, because there was
No,
a certain fan base that thought you was gonna play for them. We ain't gonna mention it. You know what I mean? And now you're here at Jackson. When did Jackson State reach out to you, man? Who was the coach that kind of reached out to you, and what was it about JSU that made you decide, hey, this is the place where I need to be?
actually, the head coach, Coach TC, reached out to me. He called me himself. He was like, Duke, I want you to believe in me. Like, come play for me. This the offense for you. Like, I watch your tape. You fit in this offense. So I had took my visit to Alcorn. They flew me in. I had went to my visit. I committed. Like, it was on the spot. But I started talking to Coach TC. I started talking to him. They never stopped recruiting me though. Like, they stayed on me. Him and Coach Harris, they stayed on me. And it was just one day, me and my mom was talking about the whole situation, and I was like, I think I want to give Coach TC a chance. So I called him on the phone. He was like, I already knew you were gonna call me soon. Like, straight up, like, he said, I already knew you were gonna call me soon. So we talked. Yeah, so we talked. I live like 50 minutes from Jackson, so I drove up there. And it's just like the love, like, it was crazy, like. And then what really made me choose Jackson State is when they took me in the film room and when Coach Harris broke the film down to me, like me, I watch film, like I study. Like. So when Coach Harris broke the film down, I know what offense I want to play in, and it that's the offense, like air raid, like it's at JSU.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Once again, we're talking to Duke Miller, Jackson State wide receiver commit. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Now, Duke, let's once again, I don't want you to reveal everything. All the secrets. Gotta keep something, at least something for the people. But I do want to ask you this though, man. For the people that haven't seen you play, and just the way you're describing it, them taking you into the film room, them showing you, that you can fit into that offense. How would you describe your game? Is there a player maybe in the NFL, now or former, that kind of like you feel like that's the kind of mold that you play like as far as a receiver?
I'm an Adam type of guy. I'm a route runner, and I catch the ball, like I'm consistent. Like, you throw Duke Miller the ball on 3rd and 15, 4th and 20, Duke Miller gonna catch the ball, and no matter what, no matter the coverage, Duke Miller gonna catch the ball. Like, that's just me. I'm consistent.
Hey.
So my
love
game,
it, man.
I'm an Adams type of guy. So, and what stands out about Duke Miller, I'm consistent on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, and 4th down. Every down you can come to Duke Miller whenever you want to.
Talk to him. Let him know, bro. Let him know that Duke Miller's the one. So you just missed to get open, because Devontae Adams get open. You know what I mean? Like he always open. Even when he's covered, he's open.
Wow. Crazy.
I love it, man. I love it. So let's talk about when you decided to commit, bro. Because when you decided to commit, it was a big deal. You kind of, you made some shockwaves, man. What are those conversations like? Like you said, you live an hour, 50 minutes from Jackson. What are those conversations like with your mom and your family when you're like, hey, folks, I think I'm gonna be down the street and play at the vet? What were kind of like their reaction?
They were like, ain't you committed? I was like, I said, we flipping. I was like, I said, this where I belong. I was like, this where I belong. Mama say, I'm with you, baby. Let's do
it. And what did it feel like, man? Because we saw your pictures, dope pictures, man, with you with the Jackson State gear on. What did it feel like when you put that jersey on?
I felt at home. I knew I was at home. When I walked in the facility, I knew I was at home.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Now I want to talk to you about this, man, because you're from Mississippi, and I just feel like all the commits, man, both you and a bunch of other guys. It seems like it's a lot of young men that are from Mississippi that are choosing Jackson State. What's it like for you guys to be able to get a chance to play, like you said, 50 minutes from home and be able to play in the state of Mississippi for a school like JSU right there in essentially like your hometown?
It's just JSU just they're building their own like they building a fan base that's crazy. Like, cause JSU been winning over the past 2-3 years. Like, they're bringing kids to play for them because they're winning. Kids want to play for a winning program. Like, all the programs I played for, I won. Like, East Mississippi, Elevate High School, I got 4 rings. So just playing with Jackson State with a winning program, like, and what I got to bring to the family, we're gonna win.
Absolutely, man. Now, when it comes to competition, man, it's clearly you're not afraid of competition. Duke Miller gets open, is what you just told me. So, what is it that you hoping to bring, not just to the wide receiver room there at JSU, but also to the team itself?
A leader, and a leader is not someone that talk a big game. You feel me? I'm coming in with my head down. And I'm coming to grind. Like, they gonna see that, like, I'm a leader on and off the field. Like, I'm gonna get it done on the field, but I'm also gonna get it done off the field in the clear room. So a leader is not a man that come in, oh man, I'm a transfer, I get what I want. Nah, you go in there and you work. I'm putting my head down, they gonna know who Duke Miller is.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, as for someone that, like, I mean, I mentioned this earlier, but it seems like there's a lot of the transfers that may have went to different schools or went to other places that are from the state of Mississippi are coming back to JSU. Just what is it that you feel like Coach Taylor, a coach that hasn't been able to be a head coach, this will be his first year. What do you think that Coach Taylor and his staff are bringing to JSU that's making you guys like really attracted and really want to go play for him? What is it about Coach Taylor that makes you want to go play for him?
Honest. Being honest. He's straight up. He not beating around no bush. He telling you what you need. He telling you what he need. So I think it's his honesty and all the coaching staff, like, just telling you, like, real gonna beat anything. Like, you gotta be real with a person, like, cause you don't want to be person to be fake. Like, so just them being honest, being truthful, like everything they say, like, it's the truth. Like, that's how you win recruitment every time.
Absolutely, man. Now, Duke, we always wish everybody to, go on and have a professional football career if that's what you choose to do. But we also know the football ends eventually. So, what is it that you'll be studying at JSU, and what is it that you want to do once football is over with?
I think I'm gonna go into business. I want to do like real estate and stuff like that. So I
Okay,
think I'm gonna go into business, and I also like to
what
draw and
makes you?
stuff.
Yeah, okay, creative side, man. So you can draw. You can draw for real.
Yeah.
For real? Like how long you been drawing, man?
Man, I've been drawing. I want to say about a year now. Like, oh, it probably ain't been that long. I just drawing shoes and stuff like that. I like to customize shoes and stuff.
Oh, that's sick, bro. So like you can you paint or all that stuff? Or you just mainly drawing?
I
Oh, that's
definitely
dope, bro. Oh, come on, man. Hey, man. I might have to see what you're working with, bro. Because I love to see the creative side of things. Where does that come from, man? What made you decide to get into drawing and painting and things like that?
peace. Like, just like going in my little space, like just getting away from everything. It just calmed me down. Like, so I just paint a picture, draw some, peace.
Absolutely, man. Now, pregame, say, before your first game at the vet, man, it's about to get rocking. You about to see 60,000 people chant Duke Miller when you go over top of a guy. What is it? What's in the headphones? What are you listening to? Is it a certain artist, certain rapper, certain song that you might be listening to? What goes in the headphones before you take the field?
NBA Youngboy. NBA
I
Youngboy.
should have known it. I should have known it,
I'm in
man.
that mode.
What's the go-to young boy songs? Is there any go-tos
Go,
or is it just a tape?
I like Gravity. That my go-to song. It go
Mm.
like, in the light that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the light. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. That my go-to. Just put me in
Hey,
that
you
mode.
knew that's really your go-to because you went right to it. You knew the word, like it wasn't no stutter, no hesitation. You knew it. And what's that do to you when you ready to take the field? What's that like feeling like?
It's just put me in that mode, put them chills all over my body, like. And again, I had them butterflies for the game, and it just put them chills all over my body, like, man, go time.
Now, what you think it's gonna be like, man? Think about this. You said your folks are 50 minutes away from Jackson, so that means they'll be able to make like any and every game. What's that gonna be like to have not just your folks there, all the people that you know from Mississippi, and 40, 50, 60,000 people cheering you on? What's that gonna be like when you score your first touchdown in the vet? What you think that's gonna be like?
It's gonna be crazy. I'm definitely gonna put on a party in the end zone though.
So, what type of player are you, Duke, man? When you're playing, are you a trash talker? Are you someone that kind of just be quiet? Are you physical, like with the corners? Like, what's that? How kind of describe you on the field that kind of way?
I'm gonna pop it. You gonna know me the whole game. Like, I'm gonna talk to you. Like, I'm gonna tell you. Like, I'm finna beat you on this play. Like, I'm gonna pop it to you all game.
Now, are you like that in practice too? Are you giving your teammates work like that, or what's it like when you playing against? Because you got to give them work to get on the field.
I'm popping it every day. You gonna hear me every day. Like, I'm a trash talker.
Now does that obviously we know that pissed cornerbacks off in the game. Does that make teammates mad? Like, do they be like, man, Duke, shut up, bro? Like, dude, what's that like?
Sometimes, like, you just I like a DB that talk back to me. I don't like no quiet DB. I like a DB that talk back to me. So, but yeah, sometimes the player be like, he overdoing, he talking too much. Yeah, but it's just a game. Like, that's just my way of keeping on going. Like, I'm pushing myself.
Absolutely, bro. And that's what you got to do, man. If that's what brings out, and that's what I always say, like, if that's what brings out the best in you, do it. You know what I'm saying? If it's working, you know what I mean? Like, if you going out there and you do your thing and it's working, hey, by all means, man. And I wanna ask, you don't have to get too technical, man. But when you was looking at that film with Coach Harris, Coach, TC or whoever was in the room, kind of how do you envision? Once again, don't have to get too technical, but how did that look and how did it feel to kind of envision yourself in that offense? Was it exciting? Was it kind of like, yo, we got something in store? What was that like for you?
It was definitely exciting, like, cause I'm a fast guy, so it's just the route combination on the film. Like, I feel like I'm running past everybody, like, in this offense. It's gonna be crazy. Like, I'm gonna lead that there. It's gonna be crazy.
Absolutely, man. Now, Duke, I gotta ask you this, man. Being a receiver, there's multiple things. I mean, receivers can really get the crowd going. Is it better to moss on someone, catch it over top of them, or just leave someone in the dirt and burn them for 80 yards? Which one is the better feeling and why?
Lead someone and burn them for 80 yards, cause like march someone, that's cool, but can you march them and go score? That's what turn the crowd up. March them and go score. I'm gonna go score.
Now, yeah, because you said in your championship game in Juco, you have 5 catches, 110 for 2 touchdowns. Yeah. It's pretty nice, dog. It's a nice stat line, dog. Like can we expect those type of stat lines when you get to Jackson, man?
Duke Miller open. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Duke, man, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. I do want to get you. I do want to ask you this though, man. Jackson State has experienced a lot of winning over the last couple of years. You're talking about back-to-back SWAC championships, back-to-back celebration bowls. They haven't been able to get over the hump. Are you seeing, from what you've seen so far? Obviously, you got to get the team all there together. Do you think what Coach Taylor and the rest of the coaching staff is doing, that you guys will be able to three-peat and make it back to Celebration Bowl and finally get over that hump? Is that kind of how you seeing it?
Yes, sir. We buy in, we lock in as one. We definitely got it.
Absolutely, man. Once again, this is Duke Miller. He's a Jackson State wide receiver commit. Duke, I'll get you out on this, buddy. If you just got anything, first of all, I want you to tell the folks where they can find you as far as social media, any potential NIL things. Let them know. The floor is yours. And then just a message to the fan base. Anything that you want to say, the floor is yours, sir.
Duke Miller, follow me on Instagram at DUKKEE9. That's where you can find me at. And to my fan base at Jackson State, I'm coming.
Absolutely. That is Duke Miller. He is going to play wide receiver. Duke, what's your measurables now? What's your height and weight now? I know you said you was lanky for a little bit. Now you're putting some weight on. What's that like now?
I'm 6'1", 175.
Absolutely, man. This is Duke Miller. My name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you